Welcome back to Ferocious Education, this is Zed. Today I'm going to be talking a bit more about TSNP as an update. I've segmented this video into introduction, due diligence, and technical analysis. If you'd like the straight links to those ones, you'll find it in the comments below so you don't have to wait. Now, nonetheless, make sure to drop a like to this video to help the channel grow, subscribe, and leave notifications on. I'll start with the due diligence part and then the technical analysis. My previous video, if you'd like to watch it, you'll find it in the description below, but you don't need the other video to make an educated decision. Just this one will be fine enough for you. So let's jump right into it. HUMBL. So HUMBL here, TSNP has reverse merged with HUMBL. HUMBL has multiple solutions for both consumers and merchants. Some of the consumer solutions including the HUMBL wallet, which basically sends and requests and exchanges money around the world right from your smartphone. And then part of the mobile wallet that you have here, you're able to manage your cards in it. It basically acts almost like a PayPal style of account. You can store your money there, either in US dollars or US dollar stable coins, to help protect your money against currency fluctuations. Now, the merchants part, you have the merchant hub. This kind of really reminds me of the Square software. So with the merchant software, they rapidly migrate your business to contactless to digital economy. You have contactless payments. That's an instant POS software for deeper connection with your customers. Text ordering that you can seamlessly pay and pick up programs. Customer relationship management, and you're able to contact and discuss with them, whether it's reviews or you get to see whether reviews are the reviews of the transactions are, as well as they have other solutions such as taking in credit cards, setting up point of sales, merchants, systems, etc. So if you would like to go on, this is their website, HUMBL Pay. You'll find it in the description below. There's an interesting video here, basically explains what HUMBL is, as well as the market it's going for. Now, some of the latest releases of press that we have here, HUMBL mobile app and HUMBL Hub's merchant solutions deliver success pilot transaction between the United States and Mexico. Here is the more in-depth, and basically they had, unlike the US online mobile wallets like Venmo or Zelle, this was designed on HUMBL so that it can go along with customers and merchants into places like Latin America, enabling them to transact with each other seamlessly in a new digital economy. Now, the big thing is, when I watched the actual meeting they had recently, and they have it actually on their website, investor call that happened yesterday, but what you get to actually hear about it is that they weren't even targeting to have it that small of a time, but they were given something like 6 months or 3 months, ended up doing it in 9 days. So they're showing that they're way ahead of schedule in that sense. Other news is HUMBL partners with Cyberbeats to expand the Asia Pacific and Pan-India vertical markets. They're also working in with high-speed digital payments platform between the United States and Latin America. They were also named a Forbes 2020 Rising Startup to watch. HUMBL's only one kiosk to team up in Africa for home delivery. HUMBL partners with Digital India Payments to enter the Indian market. So a part of this one as well is they're working on exchange rates, which are basically, from what I read as well, they have very small exchange rates, or best out of the other competitors in terms of exchange rates between currencies. Me myself as a Canadian, I exchange rates all the time between Canadian and US, and if they actually have the service set up here and it's all online for the digital currency exchange, I'll definitely be using it because it would save me a lot off the bank's fees. Banks take around 2% of the exchange rates. So some of the things that I gone through the presentation here, and I kind of pinpointed 3 different locations. Minute 9:33 or so. Basically, it shows and outlines the layers of communications and commerce connections they would like to have. So between sending, exchanging currencies, paying money, receiving money, or even as store merchant hubs. And so that is something exciting to see. Now, HUMBL here, in terms of the consumers, they're able to send money, request money, receive money, exchange money, and store their money on US dollars stable coins. For merchants, they have text orders, contactless payments, rates and reviews, CRM features, and marketplace. That goes on in terms of the next thing, the financials that are coming soon, and the potential features. You can earn interest, bill pay, card services, bill pay as well. I guess they mentioned it here twice regarding either the merchant or the consumer, and investments. So that is exciting. Now here is their growth strategy, and I like this one here because I was trying to find it all around the website, and gladly it was in their presentation. So for quarter 4 2020, the reverse merger has been completed as of yesterday. They launched HUMBL Holiday Deals Plus Marketplace, and they're pursuing merger acquisitions and country rights. Now, for 2021, their new ticker that has been requested would be HUMBL. So that's in the first quarter, the ticker is going to change to HMBL. They will begin testing live products in US, Latin America in their sandbox. HUMBL financial announcements, that's regarding the news around here, as I did mention. And then moving on to quarter 2, global launch into key zones including US, Latin America, Africa, Oceania, and APAC. Now, audited company financials will happen in the second quarter of 2021. For quarter 3, continue JV/vertical sales with government, banking, wireless, and merchant partners. And next year, quarter 4, they will have their shareholder annual conference like this one this year, and HUMBL Affiliate Sales Market Leaders Award. So that would be a program they would launch with partners on the fields. Next thing over, this is some of their investor market updates. For instance, their CEO that committed to locking up of over $10 million of shares from the direct market. And they also retired around 551 million shares of common shares, increasing the float. And that is some of the things we know. Now, some of the locations they have in terms of headquarters: HUMBL North America, that's in San Diego, California; HUMBL Latin America, which is in Tijuana, Mexico; HUMBL Asia and Oceania, which is in Singapore currently; HUMBL Caribbean, which is in Florida. I didn't know Florida was in the Caribbean, but I guess it's close enough. So it's not in the Caribbean, but it's still close there, similarly to Oceania. So they basically covered 4 main regions that they're looking for between California, Mexico, Singapore, and Florida. They have covered the Caribbean, Oceania, Asia, Latin America, and North America. All right, moving on forward. Now we jump in towards the technical analysis part. This is the exciting stuff that I usually like to cover. This one here, I did alert it back at, I believe, 4 cents. It was 4 cents. And we watched it go all the way to 36 cents. Now that's around 700 or so, even more than 700% increase. And I remember saying that I usually don't mention OTC as being an investment, but from 4 cents, it was an investment for me, and put it in, forget it. Now, things looking a little bit different in this. On the 1 week perspective, the ADX is showing in, hey, there still has a bit more leg. Now, the candles here, you get to see they're almost decreasing every time they move forward, which is a little bit bearish on a 1 week perspective, which is telling you, hey, you might actually end up with a red candle next week. Moving averages are really bullish. MACD is bullish. Momentum is bullish. William %R is actually retracting a little here to around neutral. Now, this is just from a trading perspective. Investments, I think this is still a solid investment. On a 1 day perspective, it got hit today by 37 cent decrease. That's a massive red candle. Now, it's still in the trading action zone between 20 cents and 11 cents. That's where you can expect positive reversals. MACD looks a little bit bearish. ADX is saying, hey, you know, it was about time around the 2nd of December to start seeing a pullback, and way overdue. William %R is highly oversold, and momentum is retracting. Now, yes, you might think, hey, you know, it's doomed and everything. But remember, we were here in this exact same position not long ago. And it showed the exact same things, and it just went on to bounce really hard. So it really depends on the consumer sentimentals. Now, it's still around 300% from where my last video is. The question is, should you trade it or continue your investment? Or let's say if you bought higher, you missed my video mark, should you average down? I'll talk about this in a minute. First, the 2-hour perspective. 2-hour perspective is showing in that, hey, there might be a very strong recovery. Look at the MACDs bouncing back, extended or not extended hours in the last trading hours. Around 4 o'clock, it really seen a massive candle from 16 cents to 26 cents, 10 cents up. So that was massive. Now, TSNP, in terms of the moving average bands, you get to see 12 cents on the top, 11 cents in the middle, and 10 cents in the bottom. The moving average band hasn't had the chance to recover up that level. Now, stochastic fast and the stochastic slow are both showing to be careful here, but it is an important support level there for the stochastic fast K. And it might show that, hey, it might actually receive a further pullback, but be careful on this level. Now, on a 2-hour perspective, it's showing something completely opposite. It's showing that, hey, a bounce here is really likely. So it is a little bit of an interesting one, but I'll explain a bit more in a second. Fibonacci retracement supports and resistances. Currently, we're looking at 15 cents as before closing around 4. Now the current support is at 25 cents. Below there 20, below there 15, below there 10. Fibonacci retracement's resistance is 31 cents and then 40 cents. There's only 2 lines there. Now, significant supports and resistances. The current significant resistance that it needs to break is the 26 cents. Above there, 27 cents. Above there, we're looking at 30 cents and then jumping all the way to 34. Significant support levels here. We're looking first at the 23 cents. Below there, we're looking down to 19 cents and then down to 16 cents and then down to 12 cents. Now, Ed comes to the question on what do you think about this ticker? What do you think is the next move coming up? Now, definitely, I do think still this is a good investment. You just need to be careful with massive jumps and drops that happen all the time. For instance, this massive red candle of 4 o'clock and then ended up, at 22 cents and then jumping the next day to 23 cents. So this volatility in the market, especially with OTC, it seems to be something very common. Now, above the 23 cents, I would say, you can still hold in terms of a trade. But if you're trading, you might want to sell somewhere around the 29 cents. If you're investing, I would consider investing somewhere above 10 cents to 14 cents. Don't go all in at once and forget about it for 2-3 years. I think that is my understanding for what TSNP has to offer. I am still bullish on this one because, hey, this is one of the only OTCs that I really think that have a good chance of even moving on to NYSE or NASDAQ in this short amount of time, including that it is a startup. So that is something bullish for me. Now, all in all, I would still give it a bullish treatment for this one, but understanding there is a massive risk. Now, thank you very much for joining this video. If you would like to join our Discord channel, you'll find it in the description below, where you can talk a bit more about tickers like this. It's completely free, and have a wonderful day.